There are two ways to go about manipulating arcane power, through spells or through magical items. As an artificer, I am biased more towards magical items, but we will be diving into spells as well. Eventually, we can store spells into items, making our magical items more complex. This endeavor will be a multi-video long journey, so join me as we explore the arcane potential of magical items and spellcasting. Today we are going to begin with experience-based magical items through the enchantment table. In order to do this, we are going to need a consistent supply of books, which are made from paper and leather. After I created a toolbox to store my ever-growing tool repertoire, the first order of business was sugarcane, which can be turned into paper. Interestingly, sugarcane can be fully automated without the use of mods, but we can modify vanilla designs to take advantage of create mechanisms. To construct this farm, I used the recently built elevator to gather the resources I needed, which included cobblestone, redstone, and iron. Arriving back at the surface, I crafted two vanilla Minecraft machines, an observer and a piston. The observer sends a redstone pulse whenever it observes a block update, and the piston pushes the block in front of it when it receives a redstone signal. If we put the observer on top of the piston, whenever the sugarcane grows to its max height, the piston will activate and break the sugarcane, allowing more sugarcane to grow. To maximize output, I created a line of these sugarcane mechanisms to grow sugarcane in parallel. Next, I used a conveyor belt to collect the sugarcane in a funnel to deposit it into a barrel. Now, we have automatic sugarcane. There's only one issue. The farm looks kinda ugly. Spending some time, I used stone brick and built a decent-looking building around the sugarcane farm. The other component needed to manufacture books is the leather. I used logs and stone brick walls to create a pen. For decoration and light, I placed fences straight up with torches on them to make a big torch. After some construction, I had a pen to hold cows. Next was to find cows. My first attempt was to sail out to sea to find them and bring them back in a boat, and found nothing. After returning to base, I found that my attempts were futile because the cows were really close to base anyway. After persuading cows to enter the pen of their own volition, I noticed a large gap in between my base and the cow pen. This gap is in some serious need of infrastructure, and infrastructure is pretty epic. So I got to work building a stone brick bridge with some smooth stone to break it up. I reinforced the stone arch and added railings made of wood. I then finalized the design with some foliage. In the end, the bridge came out pretty great. During this time, I was breeding cows and harvesting sugarcane. The next step was to build a structure for enchanting. The design I was interested in was made out of dark oak. The only issue was I had no dark oak, so it was time to set off. So, hi, I'm in a giant mushroom biome, and there's still no dark oak. I had finally found dark oak and returned to base. Upon returning home, I briefly used the elevator to find some amethyst, and then it was time to build. Over the course of the next few days, I built an L-shaped building using dark oak, stone brick, and amethyst blocks. The amethyst matches the function of the building and aesthetics, being a mystical-looking purple block. The remaining blocks in the palette help to build an arcane feel with the dark woods and monochromatic stone. In the end, I had finished the structure. I then used the resources I'd prepared to create bookshelves and placed the enchantment table, a place to imbue mundane items with magic to make rudimentary magical items. While the enchantment table is incredibly useful, it allows me to finally enchant some of my weapons and tools, there's a lack of control with the enchantment table and a risk of accidentally cursing the item. But the table is a necessary step to reaching our arcane potential. It is finally time to enchant our gear. On the pickaxe, I got basic efficiency and unbreaking enchantments. Simple, but very effective, like +1 gear. Upon putting the axe in the table, I was able to identify that doing a level 3 enchantment would result in the Curse of Midas, named after King Midas from Greek mythology. Anything that is mined with this curse drops a gold nugget instead. We definitely don't want this on our main tools, but I may have some uses for this curse later. Next time, we will dive into spells, spell casting, and other types of magical items using the Ars Nouvelle mod. And soon, we will be able to use Create to introduce some control and automation into the magic item creating process. Be sure to tune in what's in store next time, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you later.